Welcome everybody. For today's video, I am going to show you how you can shiny hunt the Paradox Pokemon that are not version exclusive to your copy of Scarlet and Violet. Now, as you can see here, I'm riding Koraidon. I am surrounded by Brute Bonnets. Clearly, I am playing on Scarlet. However, at the end of the video, you're going to see me catch multiple Violet exclusive shinies. Now, anybody who's attempted to co-op hunt in Area Zero in these games is well aware of what an absolute mess trying to do that can be. The number one issue is you can't see your friends when you're down here, right? Everything glitches out and you become invisible to the other people you're playing with. That leads to issue number two, and that is as your friends come near you, you're going to start seeing their version exclusives spawn around them. But as you separate from each other, those version exclusives are going to disappear and despawn as they leave the spawn area. So that's normally how the spawn in these games work, right? You run into an area, stuff is going to spawn as you enter it, and then as you leave, those Pokemon are going to despawn. It's how the current shiny hunting methods work. We run into an area where we know something we want is, we check that area for a shiny. If there's no shiny, we run away to where they're out of sight, we come back, and we have a whole new group of spawns. So that's what's happening with the despawns in Area Zero, only we don't know when and if anything's going to despawn because we can't see our friends, so we don't know how close they are to us or how much time we have to get to something that we're trying to get to. However, I did discover on stream very recently that there is a way to make sure that we get to keep those spawns active long enough to catch them or attack them, whatever it is we want to do with them. So as you saw here, I'm making a sandwich with a friend who is clearly on Violet. They had Miraidon out in their picnic, so they are on Violet. We're going to make a Shining Power sandwich here, and we're going to go down into Area Zero and show you how this method works. Now, personally, when I hunted the Scarlet Paradox forms, I did not use Shining Power. I just used Encounter Power. I wanted a little bit of a challenge. However, this method does require a little bit of wasted time, so I would recommend using the Shining Power just to make life easier on your friends so that they're not having to do this over and over again with you forever. So when we get into Area Zero, you're going to want to be able to communicate with your friends so that you know where they are, if they're in position, and when you can actively start hunting. So the big thing here is instead of both of you running around and everybody searching and everybody trying to do their own thing, what you're going to need is for one person to essentially just be spawn bait. So that one person, their job is going to be to stay in just one spot where you know the Pokemon that you're hunting for is going to spawn. And so for this, we chose the Hidden Cave by Research Station 3. If you are on Scarlet, it's where Roaring Moon is going to spawn. And if you are on Violet, it's going to be where the Iron Valiant is going to spawn. So we chose to go into that cave. And what you're going to see is my friend is going to go into the cave ahead of me. And they're going to go and stand right in the middle of that room. And all they're going to do is auto battle any Pokemon that come within their general area within their range. That's all they're going to do the entire time the sandwich power is up, unless you decide to rotate. Now, for me as the person shiny hunting, what I'm going to have to do, because going in and coming out isn't going to reset the spawns, right? My friend is standing in the middle, and so everything that's going to spawn is going to spawn around them. So if I run away and come back, all those spawns are going to be the same because my friend hasn't reset that spawn yet. So you want your person to go in ahead of you so that everything spawns around them, and then you come in behind them. So you're going to see as I enter the cave here, all of a sudden you're going to see an Iron Valiant show up, and it's going to despawn before I get to it because my friend is running past it, and that's what's causing that issue to happen. See right here. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to run around him now, and I'm just going to auto battle every Pokemon I see so that as I KO everything, it's going to force Pokemon around him to respawn. So that's how you're going to get things to respawn. And as you can see here, I'm still riding Koraidon. I'm still clearly on Scarlet. And yet we've got Iron Valiant showing up on the map. I'm actively able to run to them, auto battle them. They are not despawning. We are not running into any of those issues that we have seen in the past. And that's because my friend isn't moving, so there's no reason for them to despawn. Now here we've switched over. We're using a dark sparkling power, and my friend is actually the one running around me, auto battling all the spawns, attempting to find a shiny Roaring Moon. However, things get a little unfortunate for him because as I'm looking around to see if there's anything I can attack, the shiny Iron Jugulus spawns right on top of me. And again, as you can see, I was still riding Koraidon there, and here I am battling and catching the shiny Iron Jugulus, a Violet exclusive Paradoxmon. And so here's your proof that this method does in fact work. We did this for a couple of hours on stream. We rotated back and forth. There were 3 of us. Each person took a turn as the spawn bait, and the others ran around attacking everything and trying to get their shinies. Now obviously here I took this one because as a Violet exclusive, my friend can hunt this whenever he wants. The odds of me finding another one were going to be pretty high. And so the rule we made was the version exclusives went to whoever wasn't on that game. And now here we've switched back. You can see we've got Iron Valiants and Fluttermanes both on the screen. And right there, we've got the shiny Iron Valiant popping up right next to Fluttermanes. And we go ahead and make this catch. So the method does work. It is effective. Go ahead, give this a try for yourselves. Get yourselves your shiny Paradox Pokemon off of both versions and enjoy the game.